Hello, everyone. We welcome you to this session this afternoon with our ICT lesson of Senior 4. Good afternoon, everyone. Before we start, can we have any volunteer to usher us into the presence of God as we get into our lesson? We are going to have a revision today. Can someone usher us into God's presence? Anyone there, please? Unmute and give us an opening prayer for our session. Yes, Brian Ryder. Brian Ryder, please.
Okay. Almighty God, I thank you for the gift of life you offered to us. Lord Father, I dedicate you into our afternoon session you're going to this ICT lesson and discussion, Father. Let everything we learn from it, we discuss, enters into our minds, and we first be successful to make it for the betterment of our future and our unique results of ICT. Today through Jesus Christ, the Lord, amen.
Amen. Thank you so much, Brian, for putting us close to God today. I once again welcome you all, dear colleagues, the students and colleague teachers on the call. We are going to have a revision. We're going to have revision for S.4 ICT this afternoon. I want to think that my screen is there and members are able to see my screen. Your teacher this afternoon is none other than Kanyike Simon Peter Chiviri. I'm an ICT teacher in St. Edward's SS Bukumi in Kakumiro district. We are starting our session here. There are files that were shared earlier on. Just in case you didn't get them, we shall be sharing them again in the chat. The files, we are going to go through one of the question papers here for ICT 840/2. That is our ICT exam for paper 2. I want to think that we all had the chance of looking through this question paper. So the question paper is here and it tells us there are 2 examination items where we are supposed to answer both items, provided with support files in a folder called 840 support files on your computer desktop. This may depend, they may be anywhere according to where you have saved them. You're provided with a new blank CD that is also given to you. The permanent marker should be used to write your name, random number, and personal number. You should continuously save your work. This is very important. And you must provide a hard copy for each of your work to accompany the soft copy, which is always on the CD. Normally, as you receive the question paper, the first thing you should do is to read through the questions. Then as you're told that you have support files, it would also be good that as you open, you go through the support files here. These are support files. The files for item 1 are here. There are 3 files there. Also, you check in item 2, there are also some files there. And so now that we have seen that our files are there, I think we are good to go. Let's begin right away with item 1. Make sure that before you actually again start, You have created folders, one folder in your name and another folder inside your folder, which we call a subfolder. Those two subfolders should be for item 1 and another one for item 2, which I think we should also do. Let me find a student here whose name we shall use. Unfortunately, I can't see any full name. I'm seeing, okay, Kebirungi Morin. I'm going to use Kebirungi Morin as today's student. So what we do, we shall create a folder here and call it Kebirungi Morin. Allow me to give you a personal number as 005. I'm not sure if it is your number. And inside this folder, we shall put 2 more folders. One folder is going to be called item 1. And another folder, we are going to call it item 2. So all the content we shall be preparing for item 1, we shall be saving it in item 1 folder. And all those for item 2, we shall be putting them in the item 2 folder. Now, when we go to our question here, the question asks, someone asks for the support files here. Let me drop the folder, I think, before we get any further. Let me first compress this folder such that I can drop it for you in the chat. Okay. So the folder is there, it is loading. You're going to receive it in the chat, those that have not yet received it, just in case we are moving on. In case we are moving on and the colleagues come and they are asking for it, please be able to share it. Okay. So members, this is our task item 1. St. John's Secondary School employs a number of staff, including teachers, administrators, and support workers. Every month, the bursar prepares a salary schedule showing how much each employee earns and later presents their net salaries on a chart. The salaries are made up of basic salary, which is fixed for each staff member, allowances, gross salary, which is a basic salary plus allowances. There is always deductions, which one of the deductions is 10% pay tax, plus 5% NSSF, both of them based on the gross salary. There is a net salary, which is a gross salary minus the deductions. This month, the bursar has fallen sick and cannot complete the salary computations. The head teacher has therefore instructed you, an ICT student, to prepare the salary computations using a spreadsheet from the bursar and present the findings in a professional report. A support file named staff salaries, XLS, has been provided. And the task ahead of us is to prepare a professional salaries report to be presented to the head teacher. Dear members on the call, I want to tell you that for item 1, we expect to see you having more than one applications used. The skills that we need to see in you, are you able to handle and manipulate data, to hold data in more than one applications? How can you relate the data from one application to the data in another application? These are the basic skills that we need from you. So I think right away, let's go to see what do we have to do. We are given the support files here. There is a support file that we are referred to as staff salaries. So we are seeing staff salaries, the Excel file here, which we are supposed to be opening and see what is inside there. Okay. Since we are learning here, the question, the support file given to us is here. We are seeing employees here. We are seeing the positions here, the basic salaries here, the allowances given to us, and the gross salary. From the question here, we are told that the basic salary is fixed. The allowances are also, allowances I think are given to us in the column here. They are already there allocated. Then we are told that the gross salary is a basic pay plus a basic salary plus the allowances. So this is the Excel here. We are expected to put a formula. I want someone to put for us the formula that we are supposed to be using in calculating the gross salary. Let me see that formula here in the chart such that we can just copy it from there. A formula to use for calculating the gross salary, because we are told that it is supposed to be basic salary plus allowance. Someone write for us the formula here in the chart. D2, someone wrote, okay, D2 plus C2, C2 plus D2. I think that's right. Okay, thank you, D2. So we shall put equals D2 plus, sorry, C2 plus D2, and then we shall enter to get the total here. And after this, we shall basically, from here, we shall auto-feed to make a proper calculation of all these ones. Another one is giving us another formula, which is also correct, a function where we can say C2 to D2. Someone called Regan. Regan has, okay, let's go to calculate the pay. The pay as you earn here has criteria that were given to us. The pay as you earn, we are told, okay, gross salary. I think we're supposed to first calculate the gross salary here. Oh, the gross salary is calculated. Let's calculate the pay as you earn. We are told it is 10% and NSSF is 5% based on gross pay. Now another task here. Can I have the formula that we are going to put for calculating the gross pay? The formula for calculating the gross pay E2 times 10%. Okay. Equals E2, which is this one, times 10%. I think this one is okay. This one will give us a correct answer, I think also. Another one is telling us that we can use product 10% times E2, which is also correct. Another one says E2 times 0.15. I think E2 by 0.15 is not correct. If we wanted to if we had to do the manipulation, here, this was 10%. If we had to correct and change this to decimal places, we are supposed to have 0.1. Thank you, Regan. I've just been reminded. Sorry, I think I forgot this one. We are supposed to have this. We are not supposed to work in the support file. We are expected to change, either copy and take this file to our folder, which is folder for item 1. So what we do, because I did not copy, let me just go File, Save As, come to the desktop, I want to browse and look for my folder, the folder for Maureen. Kevirungi Maureen is here in item 1. So we could also change this and call it Kevirungi Maureen 005. Thank you for that reminder. I think we are now good to go. Then can we look for someone give us the formula for calculating the NSSF. NSSF is 5% of the gross pay. NSSF is 5% of the gross pay. If you have to, this is E2 times 5%. Another one says we can use a function called product. E2 times 5%. E2 and 5%. Then we close the bracket, which can also give us the same thing. Alternatively, there is also another alternative where someone would write down here and say that NSSF is 5%, and another one would say that payee is 10%. If someone did this, what he would do to get the answers here would use an absolute cell referencing. So what we would do here is a matter of saying that equals this cell, which has the NSSF, times the NSS, the gross pay, this cell of the pay times, this is payee. So we would say gross pay times this cell of the payee. But we would go further to fix this cell to have dollar signs. We make this cell, this one here, which has the payee absolute, such that as we do the auto filling here, the cells do not change, they don't go on interchanging. Same thing can be done here, and we say that it is this E2 times the NSSF, but we make the NSSF cell absolute, and we press enter, then we can still just do the auto filling. Now the total deduction. Someone called Razi. I'm seeing your hand up. Razi, can you raise your concern?
Thank you, sir. Just that the words on the screen are tiny, and I'm requesting you magnify them a bit because I'm squinting my eyes a lot. Then again, I'd like you to repeat that part of how you got the NSSF.
Okay.
A bit more.
Is that clear now? Is that a bit clear now, the screen?
Yeah, so just increase it a bit more because I'm really squinting my eyes.
Is it
Something
fair
like
now?
that. Yeah, and then, sir, please repeat that part of how to get the NSSF pay.
Okay. I said that however much we could do the calculation directly here, another alternative would be that, okay, let me delete this because I think we had the other simpler ones. If we put these formulas down here, another person would say that no, me, I will put my NSSF in a different column and the formula is somewhere here. We can use cell addresses still to manipulate or to calculate what we want to calculate. What we'll do there would be simply coming and saying that equals this gross pay times the cell that has our payee, which is B15. But this cell, because we want it to duplicate through all this, we are supposed to fix and make this cell constant by putting dollar signs. Or you click in the cell, you go to your keyboard, press F4. We are fixing only this cell here, and we are leaving this cell here relative, not fixed, such that as we do the auto filling here, these will go on changing the addresses. You see now it is still coming that it is this E6 times the B15. Same thing done when we are calculating the NSSF. We can say that equals the gross pay times the cell that contains the NSSF, and we say we put dollar signs here to fix that cell. Then from there, we shall do the auto filling. And you realize that it will have gotten the same responses as we had got. Razi?
So why aren't you putting brackets?
Sorry?
Why aren't you putting brackets on the formulas?
I am not putting brackets
as far as
because
I'm
it is
concerned, we're
basically
supposed to
formula,
put
one cell.
what?
Had it been that I have some other cells to put or to include here in the same formula, maybe I wanted this one, I can put the brackets, no problem, but I am not putting them because this is an independent formula. If I had some other thing to add or to multiply or to subtract from this solid value, then the brackets were a must. But since there are only two cells that I'm affecting, that can be very okay.
Okay, sir, thank you.
Yes, you're welcome. I'm seeing some other hands here. Brian. Brian.
Excuse me, sir. I was requesting that if you can share with us these support files, maybe in the group or in the chat, so that we're able to download them and we're able to use it to also work on it practically side.
I asked someone who has them to reshare them because I've already shared them. Someone there in the group, please reshare the files. Then there is this Nazifa, I think. Is it Nazifa?
Excuse me, teacher.
Yes.
Good afternoon.
Good
I was
afternoon
also
to
asking
you.
the same thing, the support file.
Okay. They already in the chat. Someone would reshare them.
Okay, thank you.
Yes. Okay. I think we can continue. Then here we are told that we have deductions. Is that one? The net salary is gross salary minus total deductions, but we don't have the total deductions. I think we have total deductions here may simply be a summation of this pay and NSSF. Simply that. And then we enter. And then we enter after that. Yeah, this is the total deduction, the summation of this and this. So we are supposed to have calculated the net salary where we are told that it is the gross salary minus the total deductions. And can I have someone give us that formula now? Can I have someone give us this formula for calculating? Someone give us the formula in the chat. Okay, I'm seeing someone, E2 minus H2. Okay, E2 minus H2, wonderful, thank you very much. So we shall say that we have this one, E2, which is this, minus H2, which is that. So by this, we are having our total, our net salary, which means that someone is supposed to be getting this salary. Each of these people is supposed to be getting that very salary. But then we are told that we are supposed to be giving a report, preparing a report. This is part of the report that we are supposed to be preparing. Someone asks to repeat. Not sure what to repeat now. Okay. Here we are supposed to be doing a report. Maybe what you want to repeat is this. The net salary, we are told, we are given the guidance here. But sometimes this guidance is not actually given. Literally, we are expected to be knowing it. The net salary is always the gross salary minus the total deduction. We have already calculated the total deduction. In case the total deduction wasn't calculated, we would simply, now the one who asked for the brackets. Allow me demonstrate this just in case this wasn't there, the total deduction. Don't say that I'm deforming the question. I'm doing this for purposes of learning. We shall put the formula, the sheet back. Here I would say that equals the gross salary minus, now we would open a bracket, this one plus this one. and we close the bracket, meaning that these two here are a solid figure. This one is what we are subtracting this, and we would have almost the same thing. You see that the answers or the figures are the same, but we shouldn't deform the question. Let's just undo such that our answers are there. We say that the net salary is gross salary minus the total deduction. And at this point, we just do the auto filling. Okay, at this point now, we are told to prepare a report. And from the support files here, when you look at them, there is a St. John logo, there is a salaries report, which I think ideally was given to us as a support file to help and guide us on what to do and how to do it. When you read through this, St. John's Secondary School, the head teacher, St. John's Secondary School, from Bursar's office, date, report on the staff salaries for August 2025. This report presents the staff salary computations for the month of August. The salaries include basic salary, allowances, deductions, and the final net salary to be paid to each employee at the end of the month. And we are seeing a table here where there is name, position, gross salary, deductions, and net salary, then total net salaries, conclusion. The overall wage bill for the month of August 2025 amounts to, and prepared by, Now, according to what I am seeing here, we are expected to use the data we have in Excel to prepare this report. But I remember very well somewhere in the question again here, there is something that we are told, and later the bursar presents their net salaries on a chart. So this chart may either be in, I think this chart is supposed to be here, of the net salaries, the employees' net salaries. So we are expected to prepare a pie chart as well. But because the report is going to the head teacher, this chart should also appear in this Word document here. This Word document, please pay attention here. There is some statement that says a professional salaries report. By the word professional, it would look a better document. Does this document really look nice? Does it really look very good to you? Does it look any professional? In my sense, anyone may type this. So how do we make this look a bit professional? We are supposed to improve its appearance. We are supposed to improve it anyway. What we do first, let's first prepare the chart. This chart may be either a bar graph, a column graph, a pie chart, anything. And from what I have seen here, there is somewhere they ask for the total net salaries, which we have not computed. So here, allow me put something that says total net salaries, because we are going to need it. And we come somewhere here to calculate and sum up. We may say, oh, I've just called for the auto sum. We are just adding up the net salaries to be here. I'm seeing someone having a hand, Mafiki.
Good afternoon, teacher.
Good afternoon to you, Sebo.
So, teacher, our spreadsheet, aren't we supposed to format it in a professional way also?
We can format it in a professional way also.
Thank you.
Yes. We have a spreadsheet here and also a document. Hello, I think I'm back. Members, sorry for what had happened. These are issues of technology. I lost something in the network here with electricity, and I think we are now good to go. Maybe one advice: once you join these online calls, please always be attentive. There is someone you have been calling out to, that is Jovan, who had assumed the host rights, but I think he might have put the device there and took off. Anyways, let's format our work as we had planned. We said, let's first improve this. No, we were drawing a chart here. We wanted to put a pie chart. To draw a pie chart for us here, we shall select this column here up to there, hold the control button, come and select the net salaries here. Then come to insert tab, and we shall select the pie and select this. By having this, everything looks to be very, very fine. We don't need to do any other thing, I think. Only maybe if you wish, you can come to chart elements, data labels. You may choose to put the data label anywhere if you feel like you wanted to have them. But if you feel like you don't need to have them, you can as well leave them. But since we are doing it here, we resize it and let it be off. Let's move it to make sure that it is not covering our data. Here, what we need to put to format this, put the borders, because we need to have the borders here. We may need to have a title here. Just a matter of adding and inserting a new row on top. Merge these cells here, merge and center, and we say August 2025 staff salaries. If you still have time, you may continue changing the font sizes, the font colors, depending on what you think is the formatting that you may need to put in your work. This is the basic formatting you may have for the spreadsheet, just to improve it. Then, when we come here, we need to make this headed later. This is the formatting I think we would do. Someone called Emmanuel Ladu.
Hello, sir. How are you, sir?
I'm okay. How are you, Emma?
So I was asking, when we are formatting, shouldn't we format after mail merging in our document? Because when we use format before mail merging, it's going to disturb us.
The mail merged document will take on the format features of the document, not the format features of the spreadsheet.
Okay,
yes.
sir.
Yeah, so whatever you format in the document, in the Microsoft Word document, is the formatting that will take on. Whichever color you put in a spreadsheet will not appear in the document.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much.
I'm seeing, is it Clive?
Yes,
Mawanda?
good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon to you.
Sir, for me, I was suggesting that the chart should be in its own sheet for network, or yeah.
It's okay. The choice is yours, my dear, as you're doing the work.
Right.
Yeah. When you put it in the next sheet, it is okay. But me, I thought having it on this very sheet, of which it still looks, I moved it from where it is blocking the content and applying it here. Why am I putting it here? because unless you put a second sheet and rename it, but otherwise make that examiner's work also easy by not hiding your work. When you put the pie chart on the next sheet and you don't indicate that there is a chart there, you never know, you may miss out on the mark of the chart. Okay, in formatting the document here, this is a title, this is the school name, of which I think we would increase it a bit. We could put it in the center. We could change its font case from lower to uppercase. We could change its font color, maybe to blue. We were not provided with any address, but I think that can work. Ideally, we are given this logo in the support files, which technically I copy and paste here. Technically, this I think is supposed to appear in the document. So I may resize it. I may come here in the format tab, wrap text, tell it to go, I think, behind. It may go behind text to make sure that I can easily work with it. Let it be here. The choice is yours on how you intend to format the document. So this letter is going to the head teacher. You may also increase the size of this, or you may not. The date today is 27th of August, 2025. There is some report on the staff salaries. Now we have a table here which has basically one column. I'm seeing a hand from Emmanuel. I don't know if you still have another issue. Emmanuel? Okay. We have this data here. Ideally, as someone mentioned it, we are supposed to bring the data this way by using mail match. And so since we have finished using this, we have finished formatting all the work here. What we are going to do, let's close this. Save the changes, yes. So here, we are going to start mailings. Let's do the mailings. Start mail match, we are calling it letters. Select recipients. We want to use an existing list this time, which is on the desktop. Our list is on the desktop here in a folder called Kebirungi Maureen, in another folder called item 1, in a file called Kebirungi Maureen. It has one sheet, which is that one, and we say, okay. Now, when you look at this data technically, if we indicate this here, actually, I think it shouldn't be mail match, because when we indicate and put this data here using mail match, it is going to duplicate files. It is going to duplicate files for, oh, this was closed, I think. It is going to duplicate files and create letters for every individual. And now, this is It is going to come and duplicate. I'm trying to open the file such that we see what I'm arguing about. It will come and duplicate. It's okay. It is going to duplicate and create for us files for each of these. Yet, it is expected to give us only and only one single document. So what we shall do here, we may not use the mail merge. What we are going to do, we are going to copy the names of these people here from the Excel sheet. So we shall have the names here. Come and put them in let's first create the number of columns as per this. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. These are 10 cells. So we put 10 cells here. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we copy this data here. We come here, select these cells, and put these names there. Then again, we are going to get their positions still. What are their positions? We shall come get their positions here, copy. The positions are here, and we paste their positions as well. The gross salary, come and get the gross salary. I think it is the gross salary that is reflected there. Copy. This is what we have to put. No, sorry. So we copy this and put this here. The deductions, which is this one, we copy. We still come and put here. First highlight these cells here and put it there. Then also we get the net salary. We copy and we put here. But remember, this is a support file. Members, we are supposed to have put it in our folder. So while we put it in our folder, before we save any changes there, come to desktop, look for our folder Maureen. We call it .005. We put it in item 1 folder and save it. So this is the data that is supposed to be there. Okay, we did not have to use mail match, okay? So this is the table that we have to use to apply, to present. I think we would do, to present the data to the school, to the head teacher. We may pull this a bit to make sure if it can fit on one page. I don't know. This date is supposed to be put to the right. Okay. I'm seeing Angela. Is it Angela who? Marvin? Okay, someone called Infinix.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you.
Like, my concern is on the badge stuff. Like, how do you create a badge on your work?
How do you create a badge?
Yeah, because I've seen some badge on.
The badge was provided here in the support
Oh,
files.
okay.
Yes, in case it wasn't provided, you may ignore it. Or even, however, it may take us some minutes. You may simply come to, if you wish to put a badge, you may simply come to somewhere in PowerPoint. In PowerPoint, come here, insert a shape. I'll put like 2 shapes here. This is one. Let me get another one. Let me just get this. You'll forgive me, my art is not the best, but I'm going to use this. Add the text. I'm calling this Saint John SS. Increase a bit something, whichever the art you may have, but I'm doing this plainly. You may work with the shapes. Hold these two, come to format and group them. Then right click this, come and say save as picture. Put it in your folder. Put it in your folder, maybe logo as a PNG file. Now, when I close this and come to my folder here, Kemirembe. My logo should be here. It is here. In case it wasn't provided and you wish to provide it yourself, this is what I have just created. So you would simply copy that one and paste it wherever you want it to be. As simple as that. So members, we are trying to format this. Let's try to do something here by changing the font style, maybe the font size to a uniform size. Yeah, basically this is what we have. And the total salaries, we are told there is a total salaries, which I think we just have to copy this one and paste it here. And also, I think it still comes here. However, because the units were UGX, it is incumbent of us to put the UGX. Prepared by Kemirembe Maureen 005. Please and please, whether asked for or not, make sure that somewhere in your work, you have your identity. Somewhere in your work, have your identity of name, personal number, and random number. That is for unique purposes. Seeing a number of hands here. Light, is it light blue?
Yes, sir. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon to you.
Okay, on that point you've said somewhere in your work you should put your identity. Can you put your name and index number as a footer or a header?
That is what I wanted to mean. Have your name and the personal number in your footer, whether asked for or not, because that is your identity. Some of you are in labs where the printer is on a network. Once the printer is on a network, very many people are going to order their work, and the work will get mixed up around the printer. But once you have a footer in your work, you'll have an excuse for yourself. Once the work comes out, it will be easily identified as your work. Okay, then Emmanuel Ledu.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much. Sir, when we are doing the total net salaries, shouldn't we use actually word formulas so that we can calculate it?
I would say the choice still remains yours, but why would you bother yourself again calculating this in Word when we have done everything the other side in Excel? You can still use the formulas in Word, it's okay, but we have already done the calculations in Excel.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much.
Someone here called who now? I think Emmanuel has finished. Is it Emmanuel? Yes. Is there another question there?
No, sir, I have finished.
Okay. Fresh. This is Caroline.
So Sam asking,
Yes.
do we need to correct these spellings around on the names?
Sorry, I beg your pardon, Carol.
Do we need to correct those spellings in the names?
Ideally, I don't know, you may not correct the name spellings apart from the other general terms, because these computers are British. In the language of the computers, there is no word called Kyomuhen. And even when you correct it on your PC, it may not be corrected on the next PC. You correct the general terms, the general words, but with names, let them stand as they are now. Okay. Members, there are still more things that you can do to improve this document, which you are going to print. Please, if you realize that you still have time, do the necessary improvement, the necessary adjustments. Somewhere in the chat, I saw someone wants me to hint on like how many marks are going to be awarded. It is hard for me to determine and tell you how many marks are going to be awarded here. What we need to see is the competence in you in working and managing the two applications. After managing and relating the two applications, are you able to present something that looks good, that looks professional, looks presentable to either the public or to that office that has been, that you have been directed to send that document to? So dear members, I want to end this here. There are many other formattings that you can still do. Please, when you have time, feel free to do them on the computer, but don't take a lot of time doing the formatting. Patricia, I want to go to item 2 now. Patricia.
Yes. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon to you.
So before we go to the next item, I request, I don't know if you're going to do it, but any item concerning database, I often get confused when I get a database. Yeah. When I'm doing it, okay, there's somewhere that says reports and so on like that. So, okay, I just need some help on database about creating a report. Yes, I can create it, but however, how do I know that the scenario actually wants it? A database report.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. Now, this is one of the challenges and the critical things that we put ahead or before you as the learners. One thing is when we ask for a report, many of you, the mind runs too fast to database because you have seen database to have reports. Members, it is not only database reports that we need. We can prepare a report to be presented in Microsoft Word. Like this is a report, as you are seeing it here. I know if this Microsoft Word document, if it wasn't provided in the support files, many of you would be thinking that we were supposed to do a database, to migrate the data from Excel to take it to database and do the computations there, then prepare a report there. You can prepare your report in Microsoft Word. You can prepare your report in Microsoft PowerPoint. Please feel free to use all the skills that you have in these applications. Because item 1, we expect you to use Word, Excel, PowerPoint, and Access. Now, when would you call for database? If you read a scenario and you see it having a number of queries, a number of criteria, that one would ideally be a good fit for you to use the database. But this one has plain calculations. Where you see plain calculations, plain statements, play around Excel, Word, Excel, PowerPoint, Word, PowerPoint, somewhere there. Simon? I'm seeing Simon's hand.
Yeah, good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon to you.
Yeah, for me, I saw someone saturated that. Hello.
Mm.
I saw someone in the chat written that, do you use formulas in words? Is it possible? Because for me, I've been knowing that Excel is the one Microsoft software that uses those formulas in calculation.
We can use the formulas in Microsoft Word to calculate, but the formulas in the formula in Word are too limited.
Oh.
Yes, they are very limited. That is why I asked him, why would you bother yourself with calculating in Word when we can do the things in spreadsheet?
Okay, thank you, sir.
Yes. Then who is this now? Fresh again?
Hello, teacher.
Yes, Fresh.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon to you.
Yeah, so you talked about support files, like we're not supposed to give answers using the support file. I would like you to add more light on that, because in my school, that's what most of us have been doing. Like, let's say we're in Excel, and are we supposed to use that support file, or we are supposed to create like a new document and all that? For example, in this question here, I see that you're only using sheet 1. I see like you're using only sheet 1. So are you using like the support file, or you created a new
Okay,
document for
I got your issue now. Thank you
mm,
very much. This is the folder. If you can see my desktop here, I am
mm,
having two folders here. There is one which is for me, the student,
mm,
and this one was provided as the support files.
mm,
Okay. So
yes.
after creating your folder as the student,
Mm,
the most ideal thing, these are support files here. The most ideal
yes.
thing after realizing that you need these two,
Yes.
please come here in the support files, select both of the files that you need,
Mm,
copy,
mm,
come to your folder here in item 1
yes.
and paste them.
Oh,
So whatever you are doing now, you are doing it in your folder.
my folder. Mm,
Yes. Now for
okay.
me, only that in the beginning, I didn't talk about this. I only did the save as such that the work came to this folder. But what you're
Mm,
supposed to do is to copy the support file from the folder of the support files, paste it in your own folder,
mm,
and then rename this from salaries to Kemirembe Morin, from staff
mm,
salaries to Kemirembe Morin.
more. Mm,
That is being your name.
thank you so much. And also,
Yes.
I have
Yes.
another question. Um,
Mm.
so what ab that thing of database? I don't know if you could help answer me right now, but in database they say if you're to use a report, is it a must for you to also create a form for that report?
Not really.
Okay.
Because as
Hello?
to allow you to do the data entry.
Pardon?
Now you may either enter the data in a form or in a
A
table.
report. Oh.
And once your data is already entered, so you can call for the data while you're in the report, you can call for the data from either query or a table.
Mm.
So even when the form wasn't created, you can still create a form. Sorry, you can still create a report.
No, like teacher, what I am saying is that you have made your table. You've also, like, let's say you have also added a query and all that stuff, and you decide to make a report for that query that you have made. Now, when you make that report, is it a must for it to also go with a form, or you can leave the report as it is?
I think I'm failing to get your question because I have not seen anywhere relating a report or creating a report to go with a form. The two can still work. Have your form and create a report. The two objects can still remain because I told you the primary role of the form is to do the data entry and the management of that data. Yes. Then the report, the role of the report is to give you a preview of particular selected data in whichever style, whether from the table, whether from the query, the choice can be yours. Yes.
Okay. Thank you,
Allow
sir.
me end here. There are many other questions here. We want to go to item 2 members. Gava something. Gavanian.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon. Let your questions be brief, please.
Master, I was asking that is Word and Excel among the offline publications?
No.
Now,
That
what
one
are
I
the
should.
examples? What are the examples of the offline publications?
We have Microsoft Publisher, we have Adobe Photoshop, Illustrator, InDesign, Canva, those ones. But Canva is purely online. So when we ask you for an offline publication, don't you ever use Microsoft Word and Excel and PowerPoint. Then Ellie. Ellie, are you there? Emmanuel?
Okay, thank you, sir. This is the last question I'm asking, right? Sir, whenever we are dealing with this type, well, sir, whenever we are dealing with this type of report, where you do the report in what in Word, but you don't have to use mail merging. This type of report, the main element that they look for a child isn't it the table of content where a person or a learner should include the table of content of each thing that is inside the report.
My friend, don't complicate your life.
Yes.
Don't complicate your life. Now you tell me a table of content, the report is only on one page.
Okay.
Where is the table of content going to work? We use a table of content where we have more than 2, 3, 4, very many pages. But where the report is coming and it is strictly one page or basically 2 pages, now where is the table of content? What are you going to be reporting in the table of content?
Okay, sir.
Nazifa?
Thank you.
Nazifa, you're the last one?
Teacher?
Yes.
My question was, how do you put the work on one page? The report you have just done. I saw the work was separated.
Okay, let's do that one, I think, and we. Now, there are many things that we may have to do to see that this work fits on one page. But ideally, given the number of tasks, the number of things we have here, I don't know. And there is one thing that I skipped, actually I forgot, which was the pie chart. So literally, this one may hardly fit on one page. But the things you may do, try to resize this table here. One of the reasons why the table is being too long is there are some names were too long and they became too long for the table to fit. So what we would do is to hold the table, resize it a bit such that it can go up. You may increase the size of the margins at the bottom here, or even at the top. If you can see, you may increase the size of the margins depending on what you have. This table here, there are some features that we may come to here, I think in the layout, and we tell it to auto fit content. I don't know if it will do so. We may reduce this height of the table, but depending on the content that we have, you see it is coming on reducing a bit, but why fix and squeeze the content when we can have a second page? Feel free. I think to me it can be okay to create the work, go on a second page, especially when it is too much like this. That can be no problem. Members, allow me switch and we go straight to item 2. We have roughly barely 30 minutes to go. I pray that we can do this in the next 30 minutes and we see. Okay. JKL Agriculture Enterprises is a local agribusiness dealing in the sale of agricultural products such as seeds, fertilizers, animal feeds, and farm tools. The enterprise has a shop located in Ujanjeru Trading Center, Family Building, shop number 25. The shop serves many farmers from the surrounding villages. However, the manager of JKL Enterprises is not always available at the shop due to frequent travels to farms, suppliers, and training sessions. This has created a challenge because customers often come to the shop with questions about available products, prices, usage instructions, and business contacts, yet the manager is not there to respond. Yet the shop attendant also seems to have shallow knowledge on the products. To address this challenge, the manager has decided that an offline publication should be designed to provide important information to customers when the manager is away. He has provided you with some files that are to be used to accomplish this task. Using some of the files provided in the support files folder, design an offline publication that can help to solve the challenges of the enterprise. It is at this very opportune time that I want to ask you to put for me in the chat here, what do you think is the publication that we need to prepare? Put for me here. Members, I am not asking for the software. I am asking for the publication. Which publication? Good, thank you. I'm seeing flyer, poster, brochure, poster. All those ones are very okay. Flyers, posters, and brochures are the most appropriate ones that we need to do. Someone talks of the billboard. Can we give you a billboard from the shop? My friend, we cannot give you a billboard from the shop. The shop attendant may not give you a billboard from the shop. So let's open our Microsoft Publisher. Our Microsoft Publisher opens. We are going to come and have a blank S.4 portrait. Now that the item is not determining for us which size to put, how to put, the choice is now ours. It is you now, the designer of the publication, okay? Someone is asking to see if they can do a calendar. I think a calendar may also work, but it is not specifically attending to the needs of the publication, the needs of the shop. It can also work. Just try to understand where is the problem and understand what in particular. I think let's do what we would call a flyer or a poster. Now, as we work this with the publisher, we are supposed to work with the text boxes. So here I saw a support file here for item 2. The support files are here. Okay. I'm seeing the images here of a shop. I'm seeing a Word document here, which I think has some information that we need to use. Don't be shocked to see an online publication. Okay. Okay. So we have JKL Agriculture Enterprises, is a local agribusiness dealing in the sale of agricultural products, seeds, fertilizers, and those ones. These are the items available, and the contact information is this. So we have JKL Agricultural Enterprises. I put this very one here. Now what is making the clipboard busy? Let me copy this. This is what I have. JKL Agriculture Enterprises. As if I have seen a certain logo here for the JKL Agriculture Enterprises also. This is their logo. Which is this one. I can also come and use it here. Reduce its size a bit. Let me just break this one a bit. Members, here, it is you to design so long as we have all the information that we need. JKL Agriculture Enterprises. Feel free to have word art there. Me, I am going to put this table here. There is a table given to us here. I am copying and I want to paste it somewhere here. These are the items that are in the shop. The font size is 10. Let me try to increase the size. Okay. I am highlighting such that I can have the size to at least 12. Okay. These are the items that I have. We have what else? Those are the prices. Let me just add a certain text box here to say available items and prices. Change this to a font style of this one, a font color of green. Available items and prices. This is what is available in the shop. Let it balance to be equal to this. Okay. So we have items. I want to get some items here. Okay, maybe this is the shop. This is the shop that we have. Members, we have images here. I want to use this image. We could even have it on top here to fill the entire top here like this. As it is covering this, let's send it to the back, send it to back. But our logo, everything now is being blocked. Let's try to bring them forward here. Okay. Our logo is here. We can have it. We are going to give it a shape. Don't worry. And now, I want to get this content here. JKL Agriculture Enterprises. So I can have a shape. Let me have a circle here. Which shape I'm going to put here to send backwards to hold my send backwards to hold my badge. Shape fill, I want to give it a lighter color. That is our JKL. So this one, the agriculture enterprises, I think I may also give it, let it reduce. Members, this is just designing JKL Agriculture Enterprises. Me, I am deciding to put this one at the bottom here. JKL Agriculture Enterprises, you may change. The choice can be yours. You may even think of using word art, but me, I'm not using word art now. JKL Agriculture Enterprises, try to reduce cost so that you fit there. Good. So these are the products that we have and their prices. Now we have some other items in the shop. We have these knapsack sprayers. We have sprayers here. These are some of the items that were given to us. These are things in the agriculture shop. This photo, we can format it with any of these styles here. We can have another one here. We have these ones. We also have these ones. I may first crop this thing here. It is showing it is there, but having another white empty space here. Why not crop and chop it off? So this is another item that is, these are other items in the shop. Okay. Let me see, is there anything that we have not seen? Yeah, we have some maize here. Let's put the maize here also. The maize can also be placed somewhere there. Okay, which other information were we given? In the sale of agricultural produce, let me just copy this, fertilizers and farm tools. So here, I may just add something. Oh. Members, pray for me, my battery is running low, power is off around here. My battery is running low, but I pray that we shall continue. So let me just look for a certain shape here. I put a shape here and I put my words there. Increase their size. We deal in all these things, shape fill. Let me give it a solid blue. And the text, the font, I give it a white. I may change the font style of these things. Okay. I may just pick another style of shape here and put the contact details. I put my text box here with a white font color. The contact details were given to me. Members, I'm just copying and pasting. The rest of the formatting we shall do, you can do later. My battery is already warning. I have no power. So let me just do this. Font color white. Increase the size a bit. This thing should not go beyond the white space. So basically, this is what I have designed, members, and you may choose to have a shape. Let me just get another style here that I can put here to go behind. This is being such shape outline. I don't want an outline. Shape fill, I want to have a gradient there. I want to have a gradient there. And also send it to the back. So basically, this could be my design, but I am being slightly poor in colors. Let me just push this a bit to see if some colors can match. So this is my design of either the flyer or the poster, which I think is going to address the work that I was given. I think all this information is there. We have put the information there, and the things are looking like that. Members, that is all I have. I'm running out of battery. Not sure if there are questions. Okay. Change the case of the business name. Members, the design is yours. Okay? You can choose any color, you can choose any size, you can choose any font, so long as we have, so long as you have all the information that you need. Okay? Resizing the page. Resizing the page is upon you also, because the question is actually open. Someone talked about resizing the page. The question is open, and the question being open, the size is yours, so long as we have the data that we need in the publication, okay? So long as there is data that we need in the publication. Let me receive a few hands here. Marvin.
Master.
Yes.
Good evening.
Good evening to you.
I wanted to ask whether is it not a must to use all the support materials?
No. Even the question here was very clear, and it tells you using some. Have you seen it? Using some of the files. Sometimes not necessarily that all of them. But when you see that you need to use all of them, please use them. If your creativity shows you that you can have space for all of them, please do. Don't hesitate. I'm seeing fresh here.
Yes, teacher.
So
my question on publisher is, those blue dots that create a boundary, are you really supposed to go beyond them? I thought if you go beyond them, and let's say you're to print out, they may not come out.
Those blue dots are margin guides.
Yeah. So if you go beyond...
No, we can go beyond them. You can print. Don't you see my print preview here?
Oh. So they have no problem. They don't stop any work from being
They have
created.
no problem. Yeah, your work will be printed. Don't worry.
Oh, okay.
But so long as you don't exceed this white space.
Oh.
Yes, don't jump out of the white space. And the other thing is some of you are good, you know how to save PDF. Please don't save PDF. Keep your work like you are seeing mine here. Keep it in the way, in the format of the application that you have saved it in. There is Liane, is it Liane something? Sorry if I'm pronouncing it poorly. Liana?
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Sir, am I supposed to apply all the information provided in Word, or I can apply my own information?
If you are given support material, please don't put your own information. Use the information given to you in the support material.
Okay, sir.
Yes.
Thank you.
Nyanzi? Nyanzi Rajab?
Program. I wanted to inquire whether it is possible to send us this paper.
The what?
I wanted to inquire whether it is possible to send us this paper as we may use it to practice.
I think you joined the class late, my friend. The paper is already there. Someone in the chat, please reshare the folder.
Maybe.
Emmanuel?
Okay, thank you, sir. I have only two questions to put across. The first question is, Master, is it a must? Should we include a page border into our flyer or not?
It is creativity. We need to see your creativity, my friend.
Okay.
It is not mentioned anywhere that put a border. But now look at my design here. Where do you think I can put the border? Because I'm feeding the whole page with content. If I can fix it at the edge here, then you can still put it there. But where I feel it is not appropriate, do you want to see that when you look at all the calendars we find on the roads, look at the posters of these MPs and those political figures. They are posters, but do they all have borders?
No.
Ideally, no. So have your publication clear. Have your publication have the message, let the design stand out, let all the information come out clearly.
Okay, sir.
Then Infinix.
Excuse me, sir. Like, in case the work they give us, is it a must we can do it also online or offline?
Which work?
Like, in case they give us a task in UNEB, like, is it a must we do it online?
I think UNEB has not given us anything to do online.
Okay.
Because even when the task comes to ask for an online publication, where we expect you to design either website, an application, or something that will run on a hosted server, UNEB will expect you to have that online work such that we can access it offline. Even when it is a website, you will have to export it such that we have those offline files.
Okay, thank you.
Yes. Emmanuel, do you still have a question?
Yes, Master. I wanted to ask only this one question. Master, what will happen when a learner is not able to print his work for the tech so that they can take it?
If you're not able to print your work, you will lose some marks for printing. That is one. But also, you are putting yourself at risk. Remember, you are transporting these. We are going to transport the CDs by truck in the parcels. Anything may happen in case your CD cracks along the way. In case the CD breaks along the way, we'll have nothing to be marked. Besides, there are also many of you as the students who claim and you feel like you have saved your work. But ideally, the CD is empty. So when the work reaches the marking center and the CD is empty, you have no printout. Ideally, there is no way the examiner will give you marks. You are going to be given a very big zero. But when you print and send a hard copy, you are, if the CD is empty, if the CD is broken, you are safe somewhere, somehow. And also, when you have your CD plus your hard copy, you have full marks of the two copies.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much.
Seeing Joe, no, Nyanzi. I think Nyanzi, you're going to be the last one.
Kindly, sir, how do you advise? I have a very big problem of time management in these papers. How do you advise, and which could be the simplest question programs that don't take a lot of time that
all programs are simple?
You recommend?
All programs are simple. One of the challenges you have is you want to do a lot of things in the shortest time. Some of you, the typing speed is too low and you want to type a lot of things. Like a friend asked here that if the support file has given me some things, am I allowed to add some other information? Why would you take your time to add things that you think about when you actually know that you have about 40 minutes to attempt an item? Don't take too much time in typing things that maybe were not asked for. Then also, don't do everything that you studied, but we only need to see what is it that is good. What is the problem? Like here, look at the question here, the task here. The problem is the manager decided to, the manager is not around. As if I read something like, the manager is always not around and he needs the sale of agricultural products, and these ones, the enterprise has a shop in this place. However, the manager is not always available at the shop due to frequent travels and those ones. This has created a challenge because customers often come to the shop with questions about available products, prices, usage instructions, and business contacts. Yet the manager is not here to respond. Yet the attendance also seems to be shallow. So these are the things that we need to address. When you look at your publication here, the products are here with their prices. The available products are also here. The shop display is also given. The shop name is given. The contacts is given. What the shop does is also given. Maybe according to the task there, what is not here is how to use. But we can literally call it that this package here normally has labels and how to use it. Each of the products has labels and how to use them. So you find that the information that they need, the customers need, is already fully occupied. Now me, even if I didn't add this shape in the background, there is already some good design around, okay? So don't take a lot of time in doing the work maybe that is not asked for. This is Marvin. I think Marvin.
Yes, master. The question I wanted to ask is like, does it have an order to follow when you are doing, like, you begin with a title, then you conclude with a conclusion?
Where?
Like when you are designing that brochure. Is it a must that you begin like with the GPKL, Agriculture Enterprises, or you just design it the way you feel like?
My friend, I will answer you with a question. Look at the work I designed here. Can you identify and tell where I began from?
Because I'm seeing as if some sort of conclusion is down.
Who told you it is the conclusion? The choice is yours. So long as, I'm sorry if I didn't give you a direct answer, but you don't have a defined place to begin from. However, we would think begin from top as you come on expanding and fixing the space at the bottom. But there are cases when you feel like the information, like I would wish to have all this information at the bottom here, in the line at the bottom. If you want to say that the contact information comes at the bottom, and this one is our header, feel free, let this one be there. Then fix the other design in the middle here. That choice is yours, so long as you specify the space that you need. After specifying the space that you need, allocate all the content in the space that you need. Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. Dear members, everyone on the call, colleague teachers on the call, and the students on the call, I want to thank you for having been a very good audience and taken part of this session. This is me. That is me, and my contact is there, Kanyike Simon Peter Chiviri. My laptop is running down anytime. I don't know if it may allow me close the session. With any other concerns, I think feel free to reach out. We shall always reach out to you and give you any necessary help as you may need. Thank you, everyone. I wish you a very wonderful day and a very wonderful evening.